Good afternoon. It's Monday, October 11th, 2010, 12 noon. This is Student Senate meeting of Johnson County Community College. I now call the meeting to order at 12:02. If we could start with the call to order of all members present. Please start with your first and last name and then your office, and we will continue from there. Starting with Rochelle.
Rochelle Hedges, Senator.
Eric McBuddy, Senator.
Frida Tando, Senator.
Hector Ochoa, Senator. Emilio Balzari, Parliamentarian.
Corey Perez, President.
Emilio Chalion, Treasurer.
Jeremy Walsh, Senator.
Alicia Nichols, Senator. Rebecca Gaki, Senator.
Alex Rounian, Senator.
Joseph Gideon, Senator.
Okay, and now we'll also start from the back with our advisor, Mindy Kenneman, and then work our way down with our prospective senators and Dariush.
Mindy Kinnaman, Advisor for Student Senate.
Gina Galanu, Future Senator.
Samuel Chadwick, Future Senator.
Zara Chaudhry, Future Senator.
Matt Costello, Future Senator. Josh Hall, Future Senator.
Corey Zara, Visitor.
Former senator.
Andrew Delora,
Yeah.
future president of the Table Tennis Club.
Jordan Swadek, co-VP of the Ping Pong Club.
Cody Rutledge, future treasurer, secretary of Ping Pong Club.
All right, welcome everybody, especially the Ping Pong Club. We're really happy to have you with us. Actually, when I think of ping pong, I think of Forrest Gump. So when you all are up speaking, I'm gonna probably have like Bubba in my head constantly and Jenny. So continuing on with that, God, it's right there now. We'll take an adoption of this week's agenda and minutes, and then we'll continue on from there. I'll let everybody take a second to look at this week's agenda, and then I'll take a motion from the floor to accept this week's minutes.
Motion to accept the minutes.
Second?
Second.
Wonderful. This is going to be wonderful today. I can just feel it. All right. So to all of our guests, welcome. Once again, we're happy to have you with us. For all of our senators and our guests, of course, that are with us today, we ask that you continue to speak up so that everyone may be able to hear you. We thank you for joining us today, and if there's anything else that we can further do after the process of the meeting today, please feel free to get in contact with us. Most notably, we have the absence of our vice president, who I currently dislike right now because he's in Disney World, as well as the absence of our secretary, who we will be electing today. So continuing on with new business, we will now start with the elections of our new student senators, and the way that we're going to run these elections is as simple as this. All the new senators will stand up. You will state your name, talk a little bit about yourself, why you want to be a senator. After you finish with that, we'll ask that all of you leave the room. Once you all leave the room, we will vote on you to join the Senate in its entirety, and then we'll have the seated senators that are approved from the Senate and the Executive Board sit with us and take their seats. Sound pretty good? Okay, great. So since life is like a box of chocolate, you never know what you're going to get. One of you senators can stand up and start, and then we'll work our way down. And that was a Forrest Gump reference in case no one got that.
Okay, I'll just start. Okay, my name is Gina Galanu. This is my first semester in JCCC. I'm an international student, and although I don't have experience in a leadership position, I would love to get more involved with the school. I have free time to offer, and I can work hard. I work well with people, and I'm open to ideas and offer ideas. So I would appreciate your vote.
I'm Samuel Chadwick. I'm an international student. I'm from Colombia, South America. This is my third semester. I'm currently an A chapter officer for Phi Theta Kappa. I'm a member of the International Club, and I'm interested in the senator position not only because it's a chance to be more involved on campus, but because I would like to develop more of my leadership skills, and this is the perfect opportunity to do that. Besides I'm very social. I'm very good with people. So I think I have enough ideas to help.
I think you're the only other person who's ever touched my debit card. Because I don't trust people with it because you work down in the cafeteria. So that's a very lucky thing. I don't trust people with my money, so.
My name is Josh Hall. I am president of Amnesty International. We have sparse membership, but we're growing. We're gonna become huge. I'm very passionate. I'm very good with people. I enjoy talking to strangers. I don't care. I know that sounds weird. I enjoy talking to people. I care about the school a lot, and I think we can make it a lot better school than it already is. I mean, we can always improve. So, yeah.
Pat?
I'm Patrick Costello. Been here for a while. I was a student senator about a year ago, but I didn't have time for it last year. This time I do have time, and I kind of want to get back into the swing of things because it's cool to see how everything got made, decisions, etc., new policies. And I'm not the leader of a club or anything like that, but I do enjoy socializing in this sort of manner.
Any other new senators that?
Yeah, but it's my second meeting. Do you want me to still talk? Should I, or would you prefer the third meeting?
I would say
Third meeting?
Just to keep it, to be fair.
Yeah, just to make sure.
This is only my second.
Yeah, that's why I was a little confused, that's all.
Next!
My name is Hui Sun. I'm from China. I am a vice president of the International Club, and I'm also the new member of Pi Theta Club, Pi Theta Cap. And I think it's a great opportunity for me to have a leadership experience, and it's good for me to know more about this campus.
Great. Are there any questions from any of the current senators or any of the new senators? Anything like why Pat decided to stand up on the second meeting as opposed to his third?
I'd like to answer that.
If
I remember somebody called my name.
Someone's not going to be a senator. So if we can get all the new senators, the prospective senators that stood up today with the exclusion of Pat, to step out of the room so we can confirm you or deny you, then that would be great. Looks like 4. Got one more back there?
Okay, she's only been 2.
Okay. That's all right. We'll have more fun next week. Okay. 6. Okay. Yes, sir. Well, we have some absent senators today, as you could probably tell, but I believe we have about 6 or 7 open. So with, in fact, I don't believe, I actually know that we have 6 or 7 open. So with the 3 that we have today and then the 3 for next week, that will be 6, and we can probably take 1 or 2 more after that. So Darius, if you want to come back, you're more than welcome to.
No.
Okay.
I'll think about it.
What's quorum?
The quorum is 8, and that is with the maternity leave included as well, because our parliamentarian decided to include that if you're pregnant, you can have rights as well, and the baby has voting rights as well. So kudos to Amir for that. But the quorum is 8, and the quorum will grow for the next secretary election after we see these new senators. Are there any discussions over any of the senators? We'll go in order by by chronological order by the way they spoke. So we'll start with Gina. Well, I like her. I think she's nice. She's bubbly, and I think that's going to be great for the Senate. I think we need more bubbly people on here because I don't think we have one yet. So I think that her. I've spoken with her a few times, and I think she really does have a zest for making true difference here at the school with her leadership abilities and her skills. I think this would be a perfect opportunity for her to continue to grow those leadership skills. So all those for Gina to be a senator. Aye. Okay. Nay. Abstentions? All right, so we have one senator there. Gina is now senator. Sam. Anything on Sam?
Sam is very involved on campus. I know he's on Phi Theta Kappa. He took Chinese class with me, so, and he's also working down at the food court, and he talks to a lot of people, so I think this would be a good opportunity for him.
Yeah, and Sam, Sam's really, I think, a genuinely nice person who wants to really help people out. And whenever I go through the line, when he's working, I always see him talking to people, asking them how their days are, and people start engaging with him and having long conversations to where the line is held up. But I think that's something that's going to be a very important part to have in a senator. So I think he'd be great. All those in favor for Sam? Ayes. Nays? Abstentions? The ayes have it. Sam's also a senator. Joshua.
I don't know Josh very well, but I went to his embassy meeting. He did a really good job leading it.
I think Josh has leadership. He's very compassionate. He's a very caring person. And I think that he's very passionate about the issues that he works on, which I think is going to be great for the Senate as well, because we need more people like that. Looking around the room, I can't really see anybody that's as passionate as Josh. So I think that's going to be great to have him as an addition to our very large family of passionate people. So we'll go in a different order this time. Any noes? Abstentions? Any yes? The ayes have it. So we have 3 new senators. Joseph, would you mind getting the door, please?
This man being late.
Well, we definitely congratulate all 3 of you on being a senator. I thought it was your second meeting. It's your 3rd meeting. Would you mind stepping out of the room, please? I think we made a mistake. I'm sorry about that. We are under the assumption because somebody from Ping Pong decided to tell us that was your second. So we have one more senator to vote on. You new senators are more than welcome to join us now. Please come over, but we do appreciate you. Looks like that rain must be getting to us today because, okay. Okay, so with us having one more senator left to vote on, any comments
Well,
whatsoever?
the court out of fairness, the 3 that just got seated probably shouldn't vote on this.
No, they will not vote on this, but they will be seated with us on this as well. They will, the first thing they'll vote on is the next secretary. All right, so the quorum is still at 8, just so that you do know.
She was also very involved on campus. She spoke out, and she's in Phi Theta Kappa also. Very friendly person, and she's in a national club. Seems like she has a lot to contribute and a lot to gain from Student Senate at the same time.
I also think that having the addition of some of our international students to the Student Senate helps to diversify the representation of the school as a whole through the Senate. So I think it's a good idea to include a lot of the international students if we can, those who are interested and are wanting to do it.
Absolutely, absolutely. Anybody else? All right, we'll begin to vote. Please remember, new senators, you abstain from this one vote. You'll have full voting rights in the next order of business. All those in favor? Noes? Abstentions? All right, the ayes have it. Joseph, would you mind doing the honors again? Congratulations and welcome. We're sorry about the mix-up before. When it rains outside, we get all a little crazy. But please feel free to join us with the rest of the senators, and welcome to the Student Senate for all the rest of you. We're really happy to have you. We do have a lot of fun. We are pretty much very serious and mostly to business most of the time, but today I think, again, with your new arrival, we wanted to make you as comfortable as possible. So thank you for being with us, and we look forward to having you on the Senate with us throughout the rest of the year. With that said, let's get to work on our other business. Next order of business is the election of our new Student Senate Secretary. It was brought to my attention this morning that we have another candidate for secretary, with that being Joseph Gideon. With that said, we have, I believe, 6 candidates now. We have all the ballots with us. We're going to make it very easy, pass it all around. Everyone vote, pass your votes back in, they'll be tallied up, we'll get the new secretary, and then we'll have the secretary join us up here. I want to make this very clear as well, and take it to a more serious note. I want to make sure that this is probably the last executive board election that we have this year. I can speak for myself as well as with the executive board that we understand that there are issues that come up and that sometimes we have to have vacancies, but it's time that we continue to get back to work, that we focus on the work that we have ahead, and I really cannot stress enough that the next secretary that sits up here with us, that there is some pressure on you to stay on, as well as for the rest of us to stay on as well. So let's make this the last executive board election. We'll go with all 6 candidates. We'll hear from you for 45 seconds, after which we'll vote, entertain a motion to hold the election. After we entertain that motion and vote, we'll proceed on with the election procedures, and we'll have a new secretary. We'll start with our first candidate, Hector.
Well, I'm Hector Ochoa, and as I said last week, I was in a secretary in the student senior leadership team at Olathe North. I was also involved in 6 different clubs and activities at the same time, so I know how to manage my time. I was like the president of one, commissioner of another, and so on. And so I think I believe I have the leadership skills in order to take this position. I'm also taking the leadership development program here at JUCO, and I really appreciate it all.
Thank you, Hector. Next.
My name is Eric. I am the current secretary of the International Club, and I also work with the student engagement as an ambassador, which makes me a good candidate because I engage with people almost every day, students, listen to them. So that makes me a very good candidate concerning the public relation. With time management, I'm pretty good in that. Before coming to school, I worked as a secretary also, or you can call them office assistant. So I manage my time pretty good with documentation, and I'm a very friendly guy, open to everybody, likes to talk to people whenever I meet them anywhere, and listen to anybody. Thanks.
Thank you, Eric. All right, if I'm not mistaken, Joseph, you're the next.
My name is Joseph Gideon. As far as leadership experience, I was in the military for almost 6 years. A lot of training there in leadership. Also, I'm a member of Phi Theta Kappa. I'm the president of the Mali UN Club. I also was the Secretary General of, any of you who have done Mali UN, Secretary General of the local Mali UN conference that we ran. I'm very engaging. As you guys know, I talk a lot. Probably get tired of me. I'm also an honors student, and I'm a member of the budget committee. And I think those of you in the budget committee know that I try to actively participate. I appreciate your vote.
Thanks, Joe. Really appreciate that. Rebecca?
Hey guys, sorry, excuse my voice. I have a cold right now, but I'm really organized. I'm really responsible. So far, I've really enjoyed getting to know a lot of you here in Senate, and I look forward to getting to know our new senators. And I really love being on the Senate, and I'm really glad that I got involved. And I really hope that you vote for me. Thanks.
Thank you. Alicia?
My name's Alicia, and I have run for the secretary position before, and I believe I'm a good candidate because I do have organizational skills that help a lot. Currently, I am organizing the Photos with Santa event on campus. I'm trying to do several different community service things, both on campus and outside of campus. I just really want to be able to bring a lot more attention to the Senate, and I hope you vote for me. Thanks.
Jeremy?
I'm Jeremy Walsh, for those of you who don't already know who I am. For the sake of saving time, I'm not going to get into the whole rehashing all my qualifications. Everybody already knows why I'm qualified, so I don't really need to go into too much detail about that. So that being said, I'm someone who you know is going to be able to have the commitment, maintain the commitment, not have an issue with getting the work done that needs to get done. So if you're wanting to sway away from a popularity contest kind of thing and need someone who you know is going to be able to get the work done that needs to get done, appreciate your vote. Thanks.
Wonderful. You know, this wasn't mentioned with any of the candidates, but this is a very important role of the Secretary of the Student Senate. Just really quick, in about 30 seconds, if you can sum this up as best as possible, how would you take on the role of Secretary with public relations in the Student Senate, and how would that be different from how it was perceived before? So we'll start this way, go around very quickly if we can expedite that situation.
Okay. As far as how I'd handle the role with the PR, I've already had several ideas that I've been hashing out as to how to increase the visibility of the Student Senate. Pitched some of these ideas to several of the other administrators who don't really seem to have a problem. So really I just need to get a time to sit down and meet with them, discuss the idea, and get a commitment out of them to start to enact some of these different ideas.
Okay, thank you. Alicia?
I think it's pretty important to have word of mouth in addition to, you know, in print and everything, because when people hear, like, from senators who have experienced the Senate, it has a little bit more credibility, and I think having more appreciation for the Senate is important.
Thank you.
As some of you might know, I'm currently in charge of our upcoming Halloween event, and I think that's a great way of getting our name out and having different events and different signage up, and just, you know, getting our name out there and letting the students know that we are here for them, and we're here to help them with anything that they need, and we're always here to listen. So just getting the word out, you know, either through Facebook or internet or the flyers, events, that's a great way to handle Student Senate's PR.
Well, I think that this group is typically a group of leaders of leaders. In reality, if you look around this room, they're members of almost every club, typically officers and sometimes presidents. I think the best way to do it is to approach those people, and they have the biggest impact. Approach those people, they approach the people in their groups, and through that we can spread like roots to build impact.
I believe in talking to people, and the easiest way that I see it is reaching out to all the clubs and organizations around here in JUCO, and in that way, pretty much the word is spread about the Senate.
Great.
Even though I look kind of shy, I'm really actually pretty social. I don't have a problem with talking to people I don't know, and I really like to get involved around campus and that in any way possible that I can. And so I will help. That's how I'll help also get the word of Senate out, as well as by making ads or anything for like social networks, so the word gets out.
Sounds great. All right. With that said, I think that's just about all that time for. I'll now entertain a motion from the floor to now hold the election.
Motion to hold election.
Second?
Second.
Okay. Parliamentarian, the treasurer, will, from here on out, pass out the ballots. Ballots will be passed back in, and we will go into the calculation of the ballots, and from there, we have a new secretary. So, we ready? Okay. One of you like to do the honors?
Jeremy Walsh is going to be our new secretary, majority vote.
Congratulations. Congratulations.
Thanks,
If
Clark.
you want to pull your seat on over, we won't have the camera on you so they don't see you pulling it all over. Congratulations, Mr. Secretary.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Now you're really going to be stressed, I can tell you that right now.
Bring it on.
So, to our Secretary, congratulations. We're proud and happy to have you with us. To all the other candidates, thank you for running. We truly enjoyed all of your presence here with us in the election, and wish you all the very best of luck. And it's not like you go anywhere, you're still stuck with us anyway. Next item on the agenda was the introduction of Ping Pong Group. Of course, the Vice President is not here. He's with Mickey Mouse right now. So if we could have the Ping Pong Group come up and talk to us, we'll also hear discussion from them and then vote for them to be a club or organization here on campus. Please state who you represent, your names, speak loudly.
Okay, I'm Andrew DeLaura, and I'm the president of the proposed ping pong club.
Jordan Swadek, and I'm the co-VP of the proposed ping pong club.
Okay, so ping pong club. Ever since the introduction of the student lounge, not only has it brought people just be wanting a break in between their classes, say to play video games, foosball, hang out and use the Wi-Fi or whatnot, there's a ping pong table there. And so you build it, and we came. So, I mean, so we already have a bunch of people that go there regularly throughout the week. I mean, I'm talking about 20 or 30 people that go there religiously to play ping pong, and we're talking about, I mean, a whole bunch of people from all sorts of backgrounds, and they're all sorts, and they're at completely different skill levels. And ping pong is a sport anybody can play, and it can be played anywhere in which you can set a table, really. So all you just need to do is pick up a paddle and start playing. It's not really all that hard. So with the ping pong club, I just hope to, my main goal is to get some tournaments going, and I think that'd be really good, especially for bringing even more people to the ping pong club, and especially like for publicity for the clubs. Hey, we have the ping pong club, and we're having a tournament. And it's just like, oh, you have clubs here. So here, not only am I going to join in ping pong club, here, let me look at some of the other clubs you got here. And so with that being said, I really think the ping pong club would be a really good asset to JCCC as a whole.
Any questions from any senators?
I have a question.
Go ahead.
Okay, since you guys are going to be using a student lounge in there and it's available to all, it's open to all students, do you have a set plan as to when you're going to be using that table?
You mean like when we would meet?
Like a schedule, like saying on this day we're going to be having the table from this time to this time. Since that is an open to all students area, how is your plan on handling that scheduling for your time for your club?
Well, what we're thinking of doing is meeting on Tuesdays and Thursdays from 9:30 to 12, basically when everybody has their own break, especially during Tuesdays and Thursdays. So, and then what I was also thinking of doing is when we have tournaments, we could possibly, if the student lounge, with that being an open area, we might, with multiple tables in the future, we might have to find our own room. So right now we're just focusing on the near future and what we can do with the space in the student lounge that we have now.
Do you plan on engaging with other colleges and universities around the local area to have tournaments with them and getting JUCO out there?
That's farther in the future that we're planning, but definitely we are keeping that in our thoughts for much further in the future. So right now, just focusing on what we could do with the student lounge and how we can arrange that space so we can better utilize it.
Josh,
will you, as I know Frank Williams, the chess club guy, as many of you guys know, he said he would help people play chess. Are you guys going to help people with ping pong club, their
We
skills?
set up small sessions where we'll teach you how to play the game, we'll teach you how to do spins and stuff, and we'll teach you how to play the game. And if you just come in and ask us, we'll show you how, we'll get you playing.
So it'll be officers from the ping pong club teaching.
It'll be anyone who wants to teach can teach.
anybody that is part of the ping pong club will be able to teach people who are willing to learn how to play ping pong.
How many members do you have currently?
We've already filled up the signature sheet, and I know we have a lot more
At
than
least
we
another 20 or 30 people
Yeah.
that I know.
Mhm.
Anything else? All right, if you don't mind stepping out of the room, we'll continue discussion. You're in ping pong club.
Vice President.
You don't have to leave, you just won't vote. If anybody else is directly involved in ping pong, please understand that you have to abstain from your vote, as you are constitutionally barred from voting for anything that you are directly involved in. Thank you.
Am I racist? I work there, so.
What was
does
that?
exclude me?
You're not part of it.
No.
He's part of it.
Unless you want to be, then we can just exclude you now. I mean, you can abstain as well. So anything else for ping pong club?
I just have a comment here.
Let's go 1, 2, and then 3. And we'll also take a prospective senator's view and take on it. So, Alex?
I just want to build off of what Jeremy mentioned about the how the student lounge is kind of like a public area for all students. The only problem I see with the ping pong club, even though I think it's a great idea, is that we currently only have one table. So I think with the ping pong club, table tennis club, whatever it's going to be called, I think a matter of rotation and having, like, let's say 20 people show up, I'm not sure how they're going to be able to coordinate that, maybe until they get the multiple tables and get their own room set up for each session that they have. And that's the only concern I have with that.
Okay. Who's next?
That's an issue, but I actually saw the process of the Student Engagement Center. And at the beginning, there wasn't any people playing ping pong, but as weeks went on, now there's always people waiting to play. And it's actually a good way to engage people on campus and make people who are not very socially
inclined.
Yeah. Go and just make friends or whatever.
I can see that. I think that's a valid point as well. Who's next? Eric.
Adding to what Alex said, well, the room currently is popular, not only because of ping pong, but also other games. And we have people coming in, eat their lunch. Some just come, and they call it chilling and relaxing in the room. My only problem is that they have like 20 people. What if everybody shows up on Friday, on Thursdays, and Tuesdays? And I think the whole room will be occupied with only ping pong people. And that's not the only objective of that room.
Joe?
I think that my take on that is, I understand the concern, but the reality is people playing ping pong are probably going to be part of the club, and so it's going to, and they're not exclusive. They're not saying if you're not a club member you can't play. And the only way they're going to get their own room is once they become a club.
Yeah.
So it's a cycle.
Pat, you had something as well?
Eric kind of touched on what I was curious about, but I was just thinking, if they take the table for so long, and it's like anybody can use a table, but from that one time he made this taking, I didn't think that was entirely fair since it's the only one on the campus.
Right.
But I'm sure that they're getting more because it's definitely big in popularity.
Well, I can speak a little bit about the space in general since it's my area. As of right now, we do not have plans to get another ping pong table because quite simply there's no room for it.
Yeah.
We would have to find a different space. It is a space though where we would have to see from them that they are going to, if somebody comes in and wants to play, that they can help out. And if that means we kind of have to do like time limits like we do with the TV and the video games, we can do that. But I've talked with them before about other ideas that they have, and I'm pretty well open to working. It's just we've got to make sure it's a situation that benefits as many people as possible.
Is there a reason why they picked the 9:30 to 12 time slot on Tuesdays and Thursdays as opposed to, say, doing it after the close of the business day, like saying around 5, when that's really not going to be much of an issue and free space and time is not really a concern at that point?
I don't know. I don't know why they set their hours. I almost think that it needs to be a question for either Rochelle since she's
were talking, one guy was talking to the other guy behind me, and he said, because that's when that breaks off. That's what he said.
But, am I allowed to talk?
No, I'm just kidding, yeah.
Well, we were thinking about doing like after hours, after like the lounge closed, but we'd have to get it like approved by Mindy or whatever, so.
Okay. Is that possible?
I can talk with Pam about that, we can see.
All right. So with that said, keep that in mind when you vote. I would probably wait until we find out everything to know, to really make them an official club and organization, to know what we're working with. We're going to go in and vote though, but the quorum will be, say 11. Thank you, because you wouldn't have that baby commit. The quorum will be 11, and we'll go in order, of course, yes, no, and abstentions. Please remember that you're not allowed to vote. Senator Hodges.
I'm this, remember. I can't.
Oh, well, that's neat. I didn't know we played ping pong. Yeah. So, with that said, all those in favor? Right. We have that, John. All noes? Abstentions? Right. Mr. Secretary?
8 yes, 2 no, 5 abstentions.
Okay, ping pong passes. They are now a club and organization. Majority rules. Joseph, would you mind getting the board, please? Mindy, we'll have you talk to them about the options that they can have. You know, Mom always said life is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get. But congratulations, you are a club and organization here on campus. We're very happy to have you join already a vast plethora of clubs and organizations. You also have a new home in the CSI. And if there are any further questions or any issues that you may have, you can contact myself or Vice President John Kohler, and also Mindy Kenneman, our advisor, and also the Student Life Coordinator. No. Center for Student Involvement Coordinator. We'll go with that.
You need to motion it.
Our coordinator. So, with that said, you're more than welcome to stay. You're more than welcome to leave. You get somewhere else to be, another appointment. But welcome once again. We really appreciate you.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome. We will now head over to our next order of business with the Budget Committee Club request with the Treasurer. Amir?
Last week, the Budget Committee met with the Capoeira Club for a funding request. They want to have an event. So, Luis, if you could please stand up and give us a quick presentation on what your event is about.
Okay. Well, I'm Luis Pinto. I'm the president of the Capoeira Club. I was a senator for 4 or 5 semesters. I was in the budget committee for probably 2 or 3 semesters too. And this event, the Capoeira Club already exists since 2004 here at Johnson County Community College. We've been having this event for 6 years already. It's a big cultural event that we do at the end of the year, like October, November. What's gonna be, it's gonna be about the Brazilian culture related to capoeira. We're gonna have seminars and workshops on a Friday and on the Saturday, pretty much the whole evening on Friday and the whole morning on Saturday at the field house, like we've been doing. And then we're gonna have a big show, a big performance of the Brazilian culture here at Polski Theater on the Saturday from 4 to 6 p.m. here, Pastor Mike. I don't have to though. And to do this event, we bring about 10 to 15 professional masters from Brazil and from here in the United States to teach all these workshops and seminars, to share with all the students about the Brazilian culture and the whole culture behind capoeira. If you don't know, capoeira is a form of Brazilian martial art that involves the whole culture behind it. And then after these big seminars and workshops and everything, we have the big show that's going to be free to the whole community, not just for all the students, but also to the people from the community to come. And for the last 3 years, we get about 300 people watching our event. We've had situations where we did at Craig's auditorium there and people are standing because there are way too many people. So who've seen this show before here? You've seen? Okay, good. This year is going to be our biggest one because it's going to be here at Polsky Theater. We're bringing the best we can to do this, and it involves a lot of expense, such as honorarium to these people, their flight tickets, hotels, food. There's so many things together. We already shared with the budget committee, and I believe they understood. And it's pretty much about it. If you guys have any question, I'll be happy to. Go ahead.
Since Capoeira is Brazilian martial arts and the kind of stuff that you guys are going to be doing during your show, is there any chance of people getting injured during that? And have you done anything to address that as far as like lining up a safety or a paramedic or something like that to be on site just in case?
That would be a great idea. But however, though, we've had this event for 6 years. We never had any injury, which is good. But since it's like an athletic activity where people are going to be kicking each other a lot, and it would be a great idea. And I'd like to know where could I go to get that kind of information, where I could get some type of paramedic just available in case of something happening. Even though we've never had this happening before, and I do go to events like this all over the United States pretty much almost every weekend. Just like this one, all the other colleges, they do all over the country. Not just here, but also in Europe and Canada and everywhere. And hardly got any injury at all. It's a big event where people are very cautious. But I'd like to know about where could I get that arranged. If you guys could help me out with that, would be good. It would be a good thing to do. That's a good idea.
Are there any other questions from the senators? Okay, if you could please step out and go down the phone. Yes. So for this event, the Capoeira Club needs $8,200, but they have fundraised $2,000 by themselves, and so they are requesting $6,200 from the Senate. We, the Budget Committee, recommend the Senate to award the Capoeira Club 77% of their total request, which it would be $4,774. Does anybody have any questions about that? $4,774.
Got a question.
Okay. Joseph and
Go ahead.
Jeremy.
Okay, what is the bulk of their money going to?
We do discuss this in the budget committee, so the process goes faster, but they do need it for equipment and flying in the masters from Brazil. And like whenever he goes out of town, they take care of him the same way that he's going to take care of him.
Right.
And since it is an event, we don't vote it per person. It's for all the things that we need.
Okay.
So maybe save on the cost as far as having to hire some sort of a medical professional to stand by in the event that someone did get injured. Does the school have in place, or is there some sort of release of liability so that they can sign off to say that someone got hurt during this event, can't sue the school for this? I mean, we need to make sure that either we have the medical professional on hand or we have them sign some sort of a waiver saying that.
I'm not sure about that, but if you would like to investigate more into that, please go ahead.
There is one.
There is? Okay.
We just need to make sure that they've got it, so I can do that.
Okay, thank you, Mindy. All right, so now we'll go into voting. All of those in favor, please raise your hand. Noes? Any abstentions? Okay. If you could please call on the Capoeira Club. The Student Senate has approved 77% of your request, which is $4,774. If you have any further questions, please ask us. You may sit down if you'd like to, or if you have to go.
No, I just have, well, thank you very much. I really appreciate it. We're going to be using this money for sure because we need it. And but I would like to invite you guys to come to this event. We're gonna be promoting now this next 2 weeks a lot. We're gonna put a TV on the commons there with information about. We're gonna be handing out flyers. We're gonna put posters everywhere. I really encourage you guys to come. It's a nice experience. You're gonna learn a lot about a different culture, a different language, and bring everybody. It's free. It's free from 4 to 6, at least for the show here at Post Theater. Come, bring everybody. We're gonna try to have free popcorn again, like we had last year. And I would like to know information about having some paramedics or something ready.
I'm gonna check into that, so I'll be in contact with you.
You have my information?
Yep.
Good. Thank you very much, guys.
Take care.
See you.
Congratulations. Well, we're going to make a detour as we do just about all the time now. Constitutional amendment will be put off until next week when it can be discussed in further detail. From here on out, we'll stick with Campus Activities Board update, and if we can squeeze in committee updates as well, we'll put committee updates with the SCAC Board updates. So Amir will go on with tab update.
Movie of the week gonna be Toy Story 3. Show times 12 and 7:30 Friday, October 22nd, and Halloween party Friday, October 29th from 7 to 11 p.m. Comp 155. That's all I have.
Gracias. Okay, any committee updates from any of the committee chairs? Amir?
The Budget Committee will meet with OBC and the Hospitality Management Club tomorrow, and Model UN the week after.
Okay. Service and fundraising will not meet Friday, but the October service project has been completed and is ready to have details sent out. Those details will be sent out to each and every member of the Senate this week by Rebecca Gotke, as well as that each and every person on the Senate is required to be at the October service service project, as well as you are with any project that we had. And to that extent, there will be duties given to each and every one of you that you are expected to fill. Of course, not filling them would result in some very unpretty things. You had a question, Joseph?
When will we get the information on where and when?
You'll get the information on Wednesday in an email. Okay? Hector?
I don't know that might answer my question.
Okay.
When is the event?
October 29th.
Okay.
It's from 5 to 7.
Oh.
But our setup time is at 3. And if you could be there between like 3 or 3:30 or 4, it'd be great to help set up and decorate. And then our tear down time is at 8.
And then there will also be paper for shifts and committees that you all will be placed on within the service project coming on Wednesday as well. That's also coming with the full details of everything with the service project. November, we'll get details in November next week, and then December we'll get details on it in the next 2 weeks. So we're doing great with service fundraising. Very proud of each and every one of them. They're doing just fine. Amir?
Green Committee meet from 1 to 2 today, and in terms of rules and conducts, which we don't have time today, hopefully next time.
Yeah,
talk about it.
I guess as far as the PR goes, anyone who is interested in being part of that committee, come talk to me after this meeting, and I'll get your name and email and get everything set up. Once we get everybody, as many people who want to be in it and committed to it, then we'll set up a schedule that works for everybody and go from there as far as the meetings.
And everybody does know that you have to sit on 2 committees. I'm not sure about that for the new senators. You do have to sit on 2 committees. They consist. Oh, obviously, I'm still living in last year. You'll have to excuse me about that. One committee, I apologize for that. But then there's also school-wide committees for us, so that's probably why I'm confused about that. But please choose your one committee. We do want more people to go on PR to give the secretary some company, because I think he's getting a little lonely with that. So now we'll go straight into open forum. Thank you for having this institution. Anything for open forum? Joseph?
I've talked to Amir and a couple other people. When the budget committee reviews something and we come up with a number and we do all that, then we present it to the body, and we just vote yes or no with very little input. Jeremy's question was valid and this type of thing. My question is, So let's say that there's some genuine concern people have about something, and we vote no. What happens? Right now, what's in place is basically, it goes back to the same people who make the same decision.
We'll go to Mindy, and then you have something.
Well, because you had brought this question to me, I clarified it with Pam. It's hoped that through the discussion, it would see what the concern is or where you need more information, things like that. And so you would take that back to the committee, and then as a group, you would decide whether or not you want to change that original recommendation to something different, and then bring that back to the Senate.
That's exactly, that's the process.
That's exactly what I was gonna say as well.
Okay, I understand that, but we have, one of the things that we've run into is, like the Capoeira Club's thing is coming up real soon, and their funding may be within 2 weeks of when they request it. So if we send it back to committee, we hear it a week later, then the Senate hears it again. Just seems like inefficient. It seems like there should be something in the Senate meeting that we should be able to discuss it and make recommendations from there.
Well, most of the discussions that we go into specifics are in the budget committee, so, because we don't have all the time to talk about it in the Senate. If anybody else would like to join the budget committee and put their input in there, please go ahead, you're free to join.
That's exactly what I was gonna say as well, because, of course, you all know the budget committee is open to each and every one of you. If you have concerns about where the money's going, go on budget, but because not everybody is on budget, we do trust those who are on budget committee to bring those results and those concerns up within the committee.
Is there a reason why we couldn't include on our agenda, if we're going to have to vote on any kind of budgetary stuff, to list out, these are the things that we're going to be voting on today? So we have that there, everyone can see what we're voting, why the money is going to what, without having people to ask questions and take up time during the meeting. We could just see it on the agenda.
I believe that disclosure could come from the treasurer if he deemed necessary, of course, but again, a lot of these things do change quite a bit of time, and then if we do have a committee, if we do have a club or organization pull out at the last minute, that information is now public information that we may need to go back and rehash out once again. But of course, if that is up to the treasurer, if he deemed necessary to fix that. Anything else? Yes.
Do clubs need constitutions or charters?
Yes.
So that's like required?
Yes.
Who is that approved by? Like if a club had a charter, or do they need, like, who would they need to get that approved by?
Yeah, young woman working on you.
Okay.
You sure? You're all right? All right, anything else? All right, I'll now entertain a motion to adjourn the meeting.
Motion to adjourn.
Second?
Second.
All right, meeting adjourned. See you all next Monday.